Yeah.
Whomever this entity is.
Okay.
They don't want you to know who they are.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
We're wearing pajamas, and we're about to interview someone.
Yeah, I'm very comfy, but I might fall asleep.
We're all wearing pajamas. We'll explain later. So Noel Brown and Ben Bowlin, they have this podcast called Stuff They Don't Want You to Know. It's doing so well. All part of the iHeart family of podcasts. Anyway, Noel and Ben, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you for having us.
The reason we love, well, many reasons we love your podcast, it's really all the stuff we love to talk about on our show, like conspiracies and I don't know, what is the podcast? Give us like the synopsis, as they say.
So, yeah. So imagine every episode of The X-Files, every episode of Twilight Zone, all the stuff that's off the edges of your map, allegations of psychic powers, government cover-ups, the strange questions you never really got an answer to when you were a kid. That's what Stuff They Don't Want You to Know is. We apply critical thinking to allegations of conspiracy, and we often find a grain of truth in some of the craziest, weirdest stories.
Yeah, it's sort of about like looking at, what the public perception is about a thing, looking at the research, and then kind of sussing out sort of the fact from the fiction, and making it conversational and, not a total bummer.
And that's a very buttoned down, almost antiseptic description because they have fun. I mean, it's
not a bummer part is key.
It's a fun listen. And Gandhi, I knew that you would love this conversation with them because it really is a lot of fun.
I love this kind of stuff. This is like right in my wheelhouse, and I want to quiz you guys on a million different things.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
Well, okay. What's the most fun conspiracy theory for you guys to unpack right now?
Right now, glitter. I think glitter there's a conspiracy about glitter. There's a number one customer for glitter in the United States. And therefore, kind of in the world.
Is that Hedda Lettuce, the drag queen?
That's a good question. But they don't want to be outed. Whomever this entity is.
Okay.
They don't want you to know who they are.
So we don't have an idea of who they may be?
Definitely.
We have a couple of guesses. One would be the cruise industry, which I don't think was a satisfactory answer.
We can actually dig in. We have friends in cruises. We don't have to dig into that. Okay, who else?
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to get the cruise guys on it.
Okay.
Right? Okay. The second one would be something called microtagants, which are used in explosives. So the military might be the glitter folks.
Like
it's like a signature.
Bombs.
It's essentially it allows you to trace.
Yes.
Okay, we know where this came from because it has this brand or color of glitter.
I'm just thinking there's like festive bombers.
Yeah, well, that's also
so cruise industry and military bombing, and what's the third?
Well, naval ships was a part of it too, because there's a thing called like dazzle camouflage, which essentially is like alternating patterns on ships that act as kind of an analog cloaking device, so it disappears into the horizon. You can use glitter to create these gradations in color that cause the ships to essentially disappear, and it's proprietary, so they don't want anyone to know the exact combination. Like think of boat paint. Think of like like a fancy bespoke sparkly
Camouflage.
boat. Mm-hmm.
So we were saying yesterday on the air, I actually have met the family of the guy who invented glitter in Jersey. It's a true story.
You were talking about this yesterday.
You can look it up. Look it up. I wonder if they get paid by the military. Maybe they have some answers for you. I don't know.
Yeah, can you own a patent on glitter?
See, we said it's like owning a patent on
water.
sunshine. Water.
Right,
exactly.
I don't know. They do.
What is glitter made of?
Microplastics.
Right.
That's another part of the conspiracy.
Glitter is typically going to be made of a couple of things that we would recognize as plastic. There's a move to bake. How did we become a glitter advertising? We're glittermen now.
You never think that there's so much wrapped up in this whole glitter conspiracy.
And that's what we dive into. So to the question about like what's something that's on your mind, we dive into all sorts of strange things, and we kind of get to the entrance of the rabbit hole. And you know how when you're really into something, you're fascinated, you keep telling yourself, and just a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
We basically live in the rabbit hole.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are like, they have microphones in a rabbit hole. Okay, so by the way, Noel Brown and Ben Bowlin are here. Their book, Stuff They Don't Want You to Know, of course, is out. And of course, the podcast is it weekly or monthly? How often do you do them?
5 episodes a week.
Whoa.
Really?
With our ride or die, Mr. Matt Frederick, who may be listening now. Matt is just, oh my gosh, he's just
too
the
good
best.
At pop. He's too good. He had to be home with his sick kid, so he couldn't make it to the.
Yeah, he couldn't make it. So we're the B team.
Let him know that we interviewed you while wearing pajamas. I'm Greg T on the phone, by the way.
Matching pajamas, by the way.
Okay, there's an odd
visual here.
There's an odd guy that used to work for us. He's still in the building, in another building now. Greg T is here. Hi, Greg.
Well, I take offense to that.
Okay, shut up. Listen, Noel Brown and Ben Bowlin have stuff they don't want you to know. The book, and of course, they're covering all sorts of conspiracies on their podcast every single day. Now, when he was here, we begged him to leave because his conspiracy theories just drove us nuts.
Oh boy!
Like, what was your favorite one? Let's ask them what they know and how if they can unpack that for you.
Well, obviously, the biggest one was, and how stupid people are, that we're not really eating real chicken. Like all of the chicken that we're eating. Think about this, guys. When you go to a gas station, right? You can go into their Quickie Mart. And what do they got there? Chicken fingers. You can go over to, your favorite burger place. And what do they got? Chicken.
Applebee's.
You can go and get chicken wings. It's chicken everywhere.
Hooters,
So
they sell chicken wings by the dozen.
They got chicken. So he's saying there's no way on Earth there's enough chickens on Earth.
I don't know. Have you seen those factory farms? They're kind of bonkers looking.
Now, I don't want to high road anybody and whip out my biology degree, but chickens don't have fingers.
I will say that,
you know why? Because we took them all.
We took them all. I'm sorry, fed them to children.
What I think is there are factories in areas of America where not a lot of people go, where there's hidden, and that is where the government is making scientific chicken, and then they're supplying it because it's impossible for us to eat. You can't have chicken.
Okay, we got to move forward with this, but I'm going to get their answer for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this conspiracy?
Well, I know the answer.
Okay.
Have you heard the one about the mutant chicken that has all drumsticks?
So conspiracy. So the idea of conspiracy is very much American, right? Yeah. It's a very American thing to say. This version of the truth's not good enough. Yeah. Let me make my own. You know what I mean? And there is a little bit of truth to this idea in the folklore, right? There are large scale breeding programs for chickens, right? And a lot of vegetarians are probably nodding and fist pumping right now. Mm-hmm. There's some dangerous stuff that happens. The lives of the chickens themselves are pretty horrific. However, I think what we're missing here, our A to B to C, we're missing the B, which is that you can grow a lot of chickens. That is what's happening.
They don't take up that much space.
You are lying.
No, the government is lying, my friend. You are correct.
They're lying about plenty, but I don't think about this one.
I don't think they're lying about chickens.
I like the mutant chicken theory, though.
You should have Greg on your show.
I mean, it does kind of make sense. You think about it. If you go somewhere and you order a dozen chicken wings, that's 6 chickens.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Right. But they breed them by the billions every day.
And their lives are horrific. Actually, there's another really interesting thing where for a time it was cheaper for American chicken industry folks to grow the chickens here, ship them off to China, and then ship them back to the U.S. So,
the old China story. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love your energy, bro.
Let him finish his thought, Gregory. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
Why would that save money? How does that save money?
It saves money because of trade imbalances. It saves money because of economy of scale.
See, I can buy that. I can buy that one. Greg, just take that one. I got to go. I love you.
I'm going to put my own podcast on that. These guys are full of it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Gregory.
Don't get him started on the moon landing.
Oh my God.
Forget that.
He's a beautiful mise en scène from the moon landing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's
Kubrick
insulted
really
all scientists and all NASA employees.
He seems like he's got that vibe. Yeah.
Okay, what's he doing later?
He's all yours. You have one more thought, Gandhi?
Yes. Okay.
We only have a minute.
Okay, with all this stuff that you guys are uncovering and the research that you do, do you ever worry about people kind of coming for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple times. Yeah, you'll get a very polite check-in.
Mm-hmm. Tell us what happened. Who was it?
Well, let's see. It's almost never something that we thought we would get in
usually
trouble
something
for.
that seems innocuous. Like, for example, we did an episode on fake buildings in New York, and we went to the Con Ed headquarters or whatever, and just literally looking at the outside, and a guy came out and what are you guys doing?
Well, yeah, there are a ton of fake buildings here, like the subway breathers,
the
and
long lines building,
right? The long lines.
Facade.
Why do they not want people to know that these are fake buildings? Or
It's
they're
weird
facades of
because
some sort?
they're out there. You walk by. How many millions of people walk by these buildings per year? And we're the ones who stop. We're little nerds with our cameras.
We are that for sure. But sometimes they're housing like really serious government infrastructure, like NSA type stuff, and they just don't want people sniffing around it. And that's kind of what we do. We sniff around this stuff and occasionally get our wrists slapped.
We definitely don't want to start any wars or start any problems. We just like to know these things. Yeah. Look, I want you guys to come back and spend a lot more time with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know whose idea was to put them on so late. Oh, you guys sleep late, you people.
This is the time we were given, my friend.
It's a Nate thing.
Well, we were waiting for our pajamas.
You can have this. You can have mine. They smell like me. You'll love it.
Please buy our book. Give it to your friends, your frenemies, your enemies.
Send one to Greg T.
It's a good coffee table book. Really beautiful illustrations.
Well, don't leave it on the coffee table. Actually, open it and read it.
Exactly.
Stuff they don't want you to know. It's out now. Of course, the podcast. Search for it wherever you listen to your podcast. I hope it's with iHeart. And of course, Noel Brown and Ben Bowlin. Thank you for coming in today.
That was for having us.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.